Well, Shemai, happy Saturday to you all. It's such a miserable night out there that I thought I'd cheer myself up by creating a card, a gatefold card, which is going to be secured by this little tropical leaf using the fabulous Flamingo set from the main catalogue. So I'm just going to show you what we'll be using all together. I've got the fabulous Flamingo first. Here it is. That's in the main catalogue. I'm also using Tropical Chic plus the thinlets, and the sentiment on the inside I'm using "Oh darling, you are fabulous" from Stitched All Around. I'm using the rectangular stitched framelit dies, and I'm also using the designer paper for Tropical Chic. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of it already. I just love the different patterns on there and the colour combination, the pinks and the greens together. So let's get started. I'll just show you where they are in the catalogue. So the rectangular, I can't even speak tonight, rectangle stitched framelit dies are in the occasions catalogue. Then we've got the Stitched All Around is in the annual catalogue. Tropical Escape Suite, including Tropical Chic and Tropical Escape 6x6 papers. As I've said before, the 6x6 papers are so handy for card making. And the fabulous Flamingo then. Now for the Flamingo, the way I've done it, I've stamped the complete image first in Blushing Bride. Then I stamped, can you see the fact that it gives the different shading then to the bird? I stitched that again, stamped that again, not stitched, stamped that again in Blushing Bride. Then for the outline, on my sample one, I did it in pewter, but I wasn't that keen on that. So on my one that I'm using now, I've actually done it in black embossing powder. So as you can see then, you can just see the shadow effect from this stamp set here, and then you stamp the legs in. Because they are photopolymer stamps, they make it much easier to line up. I wouldn't have had a chance of lining it all up if they had been the cling stamps. I used my Stamper Artist, but it's easy enough to do with just clear blocks as well. So let's get started. My voice is slightly better than last night, but I'm still a little bit croaky. So the piece of card I've got, I'm using Blushing Bride, which is the pink in the Tropical Escape papers. I'm going to bring my scoreboard in. The base is 8.5 by 5.5, and now I'm going to score at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8. There we are. I'm not digging in too deeply because you can crack your card if you go a little bit too mad. Put that to one side. I'm going to turn it over now and just fold the pieces, and I'm going to use my bone folder now to get a nice sharp crease, and the same on the other side. There we go. So there's my piece done, and you can see then where it meets in the middle. My panels now, I've used this side. The back paper is lovely as well, but I'm going to use this one because it brings in the pink. And I'm going to use, the panels are 2 inches by 5 1/4, and I'm going to use Tombow to adhere them down, just so, if any's going to come out tonight, just so I can wiggle them around until they're completely straight. Matching it down there. Goes all over my fingers. I said I was messy with Tombow, and I'm just pressing it down. Same on the other side then. I'm enjoying doing all the different folding techniques lately. I was in a little bit of a card making rut, I think, sticking to the same thing. So I have been enjoying watching other tutorials and getting back into trying some new things out. There we are. So that's the actual panel now on the outside. I'm now going to create my inner panel. So as you can see on this one, I've stamped this one with "Oh darling, you were fabulous," and I've used the green leaf then to stamp around the outside just to give it a little bit of extra interest. So here's my piece of card here. So I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. This is my favourite green. I love this green. There we go. Oh, didn't pick enough up there. And I'm just going to stamp it randomly around the outside. Just to make it as pretty as the outside of the card. It always makes me think of holidays, this stamp set. Not that I see many flamingos when I go on holidays. But I love the tropical chic. And the framelets make it so much easier then to cut everything out. There we are. So I've created a bit of a frame now for the sentiment. And I'm using Blushing Bride. This is a new Blushing Bride. So it's a little bit trickier to open then, it's a little bit stiff. There we are, make sure now. I'm going to attempt to stamp it completely straight and the right way around, because I've done that before. There it is. So once again, using a bit of Tombow, I'm going to stick that in the centre of my card. Turn it over. And just stick that down so there's the same amount on each side. And then I'm just going to set that aside a second, because as you can see here, I used from the Fabulous Flamingo set, I've used the water there, I used Balmy Blue, then I used Granny Apple Green for the grass, and just used that small leaf shape then to go around the outside as if the flamingo is emerging from the undergrowth. Like David Attenborough tonight with all these technical terms. There we are, just sticking this down again. I love these stitch framelets. I think I'm a bit like a broken record about them at the moment, but they make matting like your focus piece so much easier. There it is. So I'm going to stick that one, as you can see there, is not central. I've stuck it more up to the side to ensure that that little leaf then can catch it. Let me show you the leaves, because using the Tropical Chic and the framelets, it cuts out, if you lay the two together, it cuts out the inside of the leaf, so you can have a dimensional leaf as well. So I've cut two like that, and then the other one then is flat. Only the one is on 3D dots, 3D foam pad, sorry. That's the one that's going to be down in the right hand corner. So I'm just going to use a little bit of glue on the others. I'm making a conscious effort to make this video a little bit shorter tonight. I'd be interested in finding out what your preferred length of videos is. There we are. But then I worry that I'm not showing enough information as well, so any comments would be gratefully received. I'm going to now just put adhesive on this side of the card, and this time I am going to use my ATG, and I'm just going to put 2 strips down. I'm going to layer it up here then, like that. And then this one, I've put the pads on ready. So I'm going to make sure I'm going to stick it on now while it's closed. So what it does then, it stops the card when you see, it makes it easy to put in an envelope really, because it won't keep popping open, and then you just pop it from behind there and open the card up, and there it is. I've noticed now I've got a bit of Granny Apple Green in there, so I think I might cut 2 more pieces of pattern paper just to decorate the inside as well, to cover up my inky fingers. So there it is. Nice and simple, but really effective as well. So once again, this card could be made for birthdays, just to send a card to cheer somebody up. Mother's Day, it could be anything at all, anything you want it to be. So there it is again. You could put a gift voucher in there, and I think flamingos are so elegant. So there we go. So just a reminder, we have used Fabulous Flamingo from the annual catalogue, Tropical Chic, and the Tropical Dies. We've used Stitched All Around. We've used Tropical Escape papers in the 6x6. We've used Rectangle Stitch Framelit dies. And remember, at the moment, Celebration is on. So for every £45 you spend before your shipping, you get to choose a free item from the Celebrations catalogue. You have been watching Nikki from Nikki Nags Paper Crafts. Hope you're all having a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you soon. Hwyl fawr.